What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to talk about OP06. Because to put it bluntly, OP06 done sold out. OP06 came, and OP06 has went. OP06 has gone. OP06 is seemingly sold out everywhere. So what's that doing in terms of the price, and how worried should we be moving forward? And this came to my attention because I follow the official One Piece TCG store over on Facebook and Twitter and all of that because, well, various reasons. But one thing they do is they give stock updates. And I saw one the other day. And now in the UK, remember, there are 3 stores. We've got Camden in London. We've got the Metro Centre, Gateshead in the north. That's the one where I was the first person in the world to go to that store. That was fun. And then we got Brighton in the south. Now, Brighton in the south is the new one. And remember what I've told you previously, you would generally funnel stock to the new store to try and, well, get people there, frankly. Classic business move. New store, want to build some hype, they get the best stock. And if we have a look at the moment, over at the Metro Centre, OP06 is gone. They do still have boxes of OP04, limited to 5 boxes per person. And what's weird is, in Camden, it's limited to 1 box per person. In Brighton, they don't even have any. But at the Metro Centre, they are apparently overflowing with OP04, with Kingdoms of Intrigue. Okay, cool. And then if we have a look at Brighton, now in Brighton, they have boxes of OP06. They've actually got boxes of OP05 in Brighton as well. They're limited to 1 box per person, and obviously they are sold unsealed to try and stop scalpers. But seriously, if you're in the UK and you are anywhere near Brighton, they have boxes of OP05 and OP06 and OP03 for what it's worth. None of those sets are in stock in the other stores. It's just Brighton, but it is OP03, 5, and 6. It is absurd. I am legitimately tempted to road trip to Brighton with that kind of stock available. Oh, it's exciting. But in terms of OP06, you got 1 box per person in Brighton and 3 packs per person in Camden. In London, 3 packs per person. That's it. So 8 people can split a booster box between them. And that should tell you a lot. The fact that of the 3 stores in the UK, only 1 of them really has OP06. I know Camden has it 3 packs per person. That is basically saying we've got a couple of boxes left. That is not going to last. 3 packs per person is very much, look mate, we've still got a couple boxes left. You can come and buy a couple packs if you want. Realistically speaking, a lot of people want more than 3 packs. I don't think that's an unfair statement. So, yes, it is technically in stock in Camden, but not really. So, we've got it in Brighton, but as previously mentioned, Brighton is an exception because it's, you know, the new shop, the one you funnel stock to. And that's basically it. So I thought, all right, then let's have a look round. Let's see what's going on with stock of OP06. And I thought, I wonder if there's any online stores in the UK that have it in stock. And look, spoiler alert, the official store doesn't really have it in stock. So the answer's gonna be no. Nearest I found was Jet Cards, who do have boxes in stock. And, I mean, they let me set the quantity to over 20. They've apparently got a lot of stock. But they're also selling it for £150 per box. Now, for those of you in the US, because I know not all of you actually work on pounds, which I can't really blame you for. If you're not in the UK, why would you work in pounds? But £150 basically comes out at $190, which, to be fair, is not actually a terrible price on the secondary market right now. But that's kind of the best we're looking at. This is obviously not retail for this. You know, retail is $4.50 per pack or $4.49. So over in the US, retail for a box is $107.76. I believe it's about the same in the UK. Although I've not actually seen, because on the official website they just post the prices in dollars, but I think it's £4.49 a pack over here. I could be wrong. But the point is, that is not quite, but coming up for 50% above retail. It's not ideal. but that is about the best we've got. And if it's selling out at the official store, it's going to basically be selling out everywhere. If we have a look over on TCG Plex, I know this is what a lot of people use to, figure out the price of boxes. It's up to 210. Now, I will say that if we look kind of over the past, really since release, it's shot up to 245. It's down to about 210, 200. And it's weird, because on the one hand, that is a lot cheaper than OP-05 was at this stage. And it has come down from where it was, but it should be $108. And I know, I taught business for like 13 years, right? I understand supply and demand and price going up when things are scarce and all of that. It's interesting to me that Bandai haven't been able to flood the market well enough yet. And I don't blame them for that, incidentally. We'll get to that in a second. But if we have a look at Lorcana, for instance, set 1, the first chapter, that was hard to get hold of. Trying to buy the first chapter on release was not easy, I think is the polite way to put it. Second set's fine. I can buy the second set of Lorcana right now I can buy a box for 75 quid. That's £3.12 or £3.13 a pack. Sets 2 and set 1 is still a bit of a pain, but sets 2 and 3, they fixed it. Bandai haven't been able to do that for One Piece yet. And my honest opinion, look, I don't have the data. No one has the data. The only people that have the data are people that are under NDA and would be fired if they told us the data. But the impression I can get from all the digging I've done is essentially that One Piece is just too popular. Bandai are a profit-making business. They like money. They are printing as fast as they can to make as much money as they can. Obviously, all trading card games are. All card games want to make money, so they sell. And if there's an opportunity to make more money, spoiler alert, they generally try and make more money. As a general rule, they like making money. But it does take time to increase capacity. I have been predicting from the start, and I still stand by this, I have been predicting from the start that we are going to see, at some point, it's going to be fixed. I do believe that. I absolutely believe that at some point it is going to be fixed. But we are not there yet. And that's why these shortages happen. Right now, OP-06 is in trouble just because you can't find it anywhere. But I have seen restocks of OP-05, and I know people love to tell me that restocks of OP-05 aren't happening. And look, I'm not telling you that they are everywhere. I'm not telling you that these sets are super easy to find or you can walk into any store anywhere in the world and find them. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying I talk to a lot of shops. And I buy a lot of cards. And I have found a bunch of stuff in stock. I have found OP-05 multiple times in stock. I have bought it at retail several times. I was lucky enough to be able to find OP-06 on release day. And I know that's not always that easy. And I know it's not been that easy for everybody. And I promise you I understand this. But Bandai are very clearly trying to improve things. They are very clearly trying to up production, get things out there, and I do sincerely believe it's going to get better. Right now, OP-06 is scarce, and I knew it was getting there, but it was only when I really saw the announcement on the official Facebook page the other day that it's only the Brighton store that's got it in stock, and again, that makes sense, and that Camden was down to 3 packs per person. That's when it kind of hit me quite how sold out OP-06 is. And we know we've got EB-01 on the horizon. We know we've got OP-07 on the horizon. And one of the things people, I do think, sometimes look past is that in order to run a card game, you need a constant release schedule. Card games don't work if you don't have a constant release schedule. Now, I also understand that sometimes you see new sets coming out when the old sets are scarce, and that is... it doesn't make everybody happy, and I understand that, and I get exactly where you're all coming from. But Bandai are reprinting these sets while also trying to keep up with the new release schedule. And that's why we see happening what is happening. But it is not the end of the world. It is still coming into stock. It is still happening. It's just happening a bit slower than we might like. And I sincerely believe that the answer very simply is One Piece is just way more popular than anybody could reasonably have predicted, and that is causing the shortages. Hopefully in the not too distant future it will get better, but for now, this video is a PSA to tell you OP06 is getting scarce. Do with that as you will. For now, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know if you've been able to find any OP06. I want to know what your luck has been like. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.